Hello, it is officially like winter in Chicago. It's like entering hibernation season, and I'm trying to really fight that and still do fun things. So tonight I'm gonna go see the Renaissance Tour movie, and I'm really excited because I didn't get to make it to the tour. The Chicago date wasn't in the cards for me, and then I actually have a little story about how I didn't go to the New Orleans date. So I planned a trip to New Orleans for my 30th birthday, which was in October, but I got there, I wanted to do like a whole week there to really see and eat everything. So we got there on, I think it was September 27th, and that was the day of her New Orleans tour. And I didn't realize that until I bought the tickets. So if I had known that, I would have come in the day before. But since I was coming in the day of, I didn't want to buy concert tickets, especially ones that were that expensive, because if anything happened to the plane and it got delayed and I missed the concert, like I would be so mad at myself. So I kind of put it out of my head and I was like, okay, you know, I didn't go to the Chicago date, like what's the harm in missing this one? But then as it got closer to the date, I was like, I can't imagine being in New Orleans and seeing everyone all dressed up and me just being there like, especially because the apartment that we rented was maybe 5 minutes from the Superdome. So as our flight is taxiing to take off and it looks like, okay, we're gonna be getting out of here, I've kind of secured tickets, and the best ones that I could find that weren't extraordinarily expensive were like still $400. And I was like, I cannot pull the trigger on this while sitting on the tarmac at O'Hare. Like that's just not, that doesn't sound like a sound financial decision for me. So I was like, I'll wait until we land and then see what's good. Maybe prices will have dropped by then. They certainly did not. They kept rising. I did not know concert ticket prices could get so high. By the time we got to the apartment, we're talking like $800 a ticket to not be in the very last row of the stadium. And I'm literally sitting there thinking like, I really want to see this concert. Maybe, you know, it's 30th. That's kind of a big deal. Maybe that'll be like a present to myself. Because it's not just me going. Like I have to get a ticket for my husband as well. I'm not just gonna let him sit in the apartment. Yeah, I was real close to doing that. And I was going through the checkout process and my husband was like, let's talk about it. Let's just make sure that you are of sound mind and body before you make this financial decision. I was like, damn, you're right. That was a close one. And actually a couple hours before the concert, they released more tickets. And I've never seen this before. They were hearing only seats. Like they were behind the stage basically. You could not see anything. And they were still, straight from Ticketmaster, they were $150. I'll give them that. But they immediately were snatched up and on resale were going for $300. That is what made me step back and I was like, this has gone way too far. Like I can just listen to the album at home and enjoy myself and not have spent $350 to try and picture, to kind of try and see through the stage and get a piece of that action. Like I don't need to be in the room that badly. So I hang it up. I've had Ticketmaster, StubHub, and SeatGeek open on like my work laptop, my regular laptop, and on my phone. It's just a ridiculous sight. And we head out to dinner, and because we because we're renting so close to the Superdome, everyone we're passing is all in like their silver and their chrome, and everyone looks so good, and I'm just walking the opposite direction to go get dinner. And we get there, and of course they are playing Beyonce. They're playing the Renaissance album, and I'm just like, this is really awesome for everyone who's going to the concert, but for everyone who isn't, I'm just like having the most FOMO I've ever felt. And by the time the show had started, I'm like, y'all can cut that off. Like anyone who's still in this restaurant is not going to the show. Like you're just making us feel so bad. So I'm really bummed that I wasn't able to go, but I think it's a good thing. I'm glad I didn't spend all of that money. And then she announced that she's doing this film. So I was just like, okay, perfect. I can experience that over and over again. So it all kind of worked out. And the food at the restaurant was pretty good too. Also, I can't remember if I said it or not, but my name's Gianna and I live in Chicago. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear my shirt. It's very like, I don't know, it has all this metallic thread on it, and when it rubs against each other, it's just, I announce my presence when I walk in a room, for sure. This is my first time using this blush. It's the She's Wanted shade from Patrick Ta. And it's definitely a little bit intimidating because it is so deep. And, you know, maybe I've already done a little bit too much and I shouldn't do the cream, but I feel like if you're gonna go bold, like, this is the opportunity to do it. I'm gonna be sitting in a dark theater. A petite dinner intermission. A grilled cheese on whole wheat is so freaking good. It's like a little bit sweet from the whole wheat. It is delicious. I am running out of time though, so I'm just gonna do the rest of this really quickly. I'm gonna use some of this glitter right here. Just a quick, you know, silver moment, I guess. I feel it's only right to do. I picked up just the biggest glob. This might be messy. Yep. We got Kleenexes with Vicks Vapor Rub on them, and it is an intense nose-blowing experience, I will tell you that. I'll just do a rough kind of winged out moment and leave it at that. I brought this shirt to New Orleans in case I did happen to get Beyonce tickets. And then for the rest of the trip, I was just kind of staring at it like, is this a reminder of that I didn't get to go? But I just wore it on my birthday instead, and so now it's like a happy shirt. And I get to wear it to the movie. Okay, I think that's fine. And not lastly, I need to put on mascara, but I feel like I blushed a little close to the sun, so I'm just gonna take a finishing powder and go over my blush, and hopefully that calms it down a little bit. A quick look for Miss Beyonce. Let's hit it. Okay, I'm feeling so inspired creatively after seeing that movie. I just want to make more things and collaborate with other people. Like anytime I see anything Beyonce has done, I just feel inspired and want to grow as a person and as a creative. So I'm so glad we got to see that, especially on opening night, or I guess opening like the second day that it's been out, because the theater was just full of people who were just total fans, and it was just so much fun being in a room with other people who love Beyonce. And she would be calling out in the movie to people at the concert to like say something back to her, and us in the audience in the theater were responding. And I just love that feeling. It was so much fun. It was just amazing to see so many people on that stage who were just so comfortable in themselves and expressing themselves, especially in front of like 70,000 people. And a lot of the times I have trouble doing that, just like walking down the street. So it really just gives me that motivation to try and feel like even more comfortable in my own skin and expressing myself. So it makes me feel hopeful that that is a possibility for me. Afterwards, Will and I don't think I said this, Will is my husband of now 6 years, which is amazing. Anyway, we went to one of our favorite bars and just hung out. Our favorite bartenders were there as well, and it was just a great cap to the evening. So I think we're just gonna hang out, maybe play some video games, and then call it a night, because it's like almost midnight. It's been a spicy late night for this 30-year-old, so I will catch you guys tomorrow when we have a lot of other fun things planned. Oh my god, I just found out that one of my best friends is in the city. She lives in Atlanta, but she's here in Chicago, and she just got engaged tonight, so I'm gonna get to see her tomorrow, and her fiance, after I just saw Beyonce. Stupid. I love it. I can't wait. So we'll see all of that tomorrow. See you in the morning. So I just spent so long getting ready for the day because I kind of hate everything in my closet. That's kind of harsh. I am tired of a lot of things in my closet. I don't think I've really bought a lot of clothes or had a closet refresh like maybe like 5 years. So like this shirt I thrifted in college and I love this shirt, but I have worn this shirt for at least like 100 wears. Like I just want something a little fresh. Yeah, it's kind of making me want to not go outside when I'm not feeling like the most cute and confident in my clothes. And so that's why I'm excited that we're going to a thrift store that just opened, and maybe I can find something cute that makes me want to go out of the house this winter to just show it off. Otherwise, I will just wear my workout clothes and stay inside. My oatmeal was delicious, if you're wondering. I am loving putting maple syrup in it. I actually haven't had an actual breakfast all week because post-travel, I just have a real hard time adjusting and just like have been waiting to eat lunch, which is not good, not ideal. So hoping to get just back on track with like healthy habits and stuff. And thankfully, I guess, since all of Will's family is here, we're not gonna be traveling for Christmas as well. So hoping to just focus on myself and getting in a good place for 2024. It's insane. I'm gonna finish this, maybe do a little makeup, and then we're gonna head to Target because in case my friend comes over and wants to see our house, I just feel like it's kind of smelling like an 80-year-old building, because it is, and I just want to cover that up with some smellums. When I was at my mom's, she has like 5 different plugins throughout the house, and so I think I just want to get one because she had sent us one when we were living in Brooklyn, but our apartment was so much smaller that if you left it going and you stepped back into the apartment, it felt like you walked into a perfume bottle. So I'm hoping I can find something that's not as intense, or just because our apartment's bigger, it won't feel as intense. So let's go like scratch and sniff some Glade plugins at Target. Anyone else incapable of doing dishes without also getting themselves wet? Like, cool. Nice. I love that lunch so much. That's the Nashville hot salad kit from Target, and I don't know why I thought it was like too good for salad kits or something, and I was like, I'll do it the hard way. I'll make it from scratch. And then of course I'm never making salads for lunch. I'm just like ordering out or something. So I'm really glad to have that option. And I also got these like frozen shrimp meals that are delicious, even though the Alfredo hurts my tummy, but it's so good that I don't really care. The thrift event starts in like 45 minutes. So have like 30 minutes to do something, which is just a strange amount of time for me because I'm likely to just get super sucked into it and time will fly by. But I think I might try doing a little bit of doodling for another YouTube video. I've kind of been missing adding those touches to my videos, so I'm gonna whip out the iPad and do a little bit of that. Okay, that amounted to like 2 whole minutes of drawing, so I'm just gonna come back to that later and let's head to that event. Okay, that thrift store was so cute. I'm so happy that that's like in the area. And it's a little smaller than I expected, but they have 6 different vendors there and they all brought like their best stuff for the opening. So there was so much to look at. And I'm really happy with the earrings that I got. I can't wait to wear them. There were a couple things that I wanted to try on, but because it was like a smaller store and it was so packed for the opening, I was just like, you know, if they're still here next time I come by, then it was meant to be, but I don't feel like squeezing into a dressing room at this moment. I don't even feel like doing that in like an empty store. So that'll be for another day, but I'm glad that something like that is close by. And the prices were really reasonable. Like I'd see something that looked just absolutely one of a kind and be bracing myself when looking at the price tag, and then it was like, oh, $30 for a sweater. I think that's totally reasonable. So really happy about that. So I just put on a little bit more makeup after we came home, and now we're gonna go get some pizza and beer with my friend and her fiance. So I can't wait to do that. Can't wait to see her, and that'll be the rest of the night. I think this has been a very packed day for me. Usually on a Saturday, I'm parked on the couch or at my desk. So this has been a nice change of pace, and I'm hoping I can keep it up as it gets colder and not just hibernate the winter away. So let's see. Hello, I am just getting ready to go out to that pop-up dinner and thought I'd do a little bit of makeup and maybe make it a bit more dramatic since it's nighttime, and by nighttime I mean it's like 5 right now, so it's been pitch black for a while. I haven't really done much of anything today. I mean, I got a nice little treat for brunch as you saw, but other than that I kind of just like been lazing around. I don't know, the changing of the season, something of it is just like really affecting my sinuses and Will's sinuses. There's just like so much pressure, so it was just kind of a lay down and chill kind of day. I did get some work done on a video, which was exciting because it's been languishing in our computer for a while, but I'm feeling good about it. I really want to start doing thumbnails first. I saw someone say that that's a good way to like give you a picture of how the video is gonna go and kind of guide your creative process, so I need to give that a try. But for now, you know, just doing the best we can. I did get a comment yesterday. Someone who had watched my declutter video gave a suggestion for using this liquid highlighter. Well, what they suggested is putting it on underneath foundation, like on the high points as you usually do. And I usually only use this on top of any like complexion products that I use. So I'm gonna give that a go today. Like I've done glow booster products underneath foundation and stuff, but a straight up liquid highlighter is just a little different. I don't feel like using a foundation tonight, so I'm just gonna do a little bit more of this skin tint than I usually would. And I'm excited about doing this because I can use the new beauty sponge that I bought to replace my beauty blender that has gone to a better place, I assume. And this is my first time using a beauty sponge wet in probably like a year. And it is much softer. Usually it feels like I'm hitting my face with a rock, but this is nice. That looks pretty cute. And I feel like you can see the highlighter just kind of peeking through, but it's kind of one with the skin tint now since it's underneath. I like that. I'm gonna use these 2 concealers for more of a full coverage under eye look. And this one from Tower 28, this shade is a little lighter for me, Playa, but I'm hoping it can just kind of give me that brightened under eye and not look like super stark or anything. And I don't know the best way, like should I put them both on at the same time or blend out one and then do the other? I'll try it that way first and we'll see if that looks terrible. This thing is like, kind of ugly now, sorry. But this thing's kind of chonky. I like it. I don't know if I love it for the under eye, but for the rest of my face, it's very efficient. Oh, this is so hard to get underneath my eyes. It's just kind of smushing it everywhere. But it blended it so well. Whoa, okay, that looks flawless. I'm usually using my fingers and you know, that's kind of nice because the heat helps it melt in a bit, but the finish is super seamless with a sponge. I get the hype. I tried doing this like pinching my lower lashes together kind of thing, like a little twiggy mod look. I don't know. I gotta do it a couple more times because it's a little wonky, but I like it. I want to keep trying it. Okay, that's this look all done. I don't know if I'm in love with it, but it is what it is, and also running a little behind because what's new? So let's just head out to dinner and have some yummy Viet-Thai food. This was such a fun night. Like, I mean, this was such a fun weekend. I can't remember the last time I had this many things planned out in a weekend and I didn't cancel at least half of them. So I'm super proud of that, especially because it was kind of like cold and windy and usually I'd just be curled up right there on the couch, but I didn't do that and I had so much fun. I'm filled with so much joy and hope for the rest of this winter season. So thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I'll leave you with a clip of Will's parents' dog Ray licking the absolute crap out of his hand. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!